Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Made by Mackenzie, and we're getting ready for a market this week. I have been to this market before and I did pretty well, so I'm excited to do it again. So let's get ready. Okay, so I was out of town over the weekend, and so I brought some of my crochet stuff to work on. So let me show you what I got done over the weekend, and then we'll get into all the things that we have to get ready this week. So the first thing that I made was I made this dragon pattern. Now the base of this dragon pattern is by a woman on YouTube. It was a free pattern. I'll put it down below. But it came out so good. This was inspired by Andarna from Fourth Wing, and so it came out so good. The only thing about the pattern on YouTube that I wasn't liking was the wings. The wings were too small, and so I used these wings from Hannah Gurgurumi, her Odin dragon, to put onto this dragon because I felt like she needed bigger wings. She needed big wings. And then the other thing is I did change up the tail to better match Andarna's tail. And then I also did these hand-painted safety lines. I don't know if you could quite tell, but they're gold and they have little copper flecks in them, just like Andarna. And so I love it. It came out so good. Absolutely love it. I had such a fun time making this dragon. So this will be definitely coming with me to market. I don't know if it's going to sell this time or not. I think I'm going to be charging anywhere between $50 and $60 for her. I can't remember what I wanted to charge for her. So I'll look on my spreadsheet to see what my time and materials were, and then I'll come back with what the price is. So anyways, that was the first thing that I made this weekend. The second thing I made this weekend was this little healer pup. If you can tell what it's supposed to be from. This pattern, okay, this pattern, I like the pattern, but I had some issues with it. And one of my issues was just all these different color changes was so annoying, because you have to work your yarn or carry your yarn through the entire way, and it just, all of my yarn just kept on getting tangled and whatnot, and so it was annoying. It took way longer, I felt, than necessary. And the goal with this pattern was that it was a smaller version of the other pattern that I bought, because the Mackenzie that I have up on my shelf right now, I think she's $60, and people love her. They absolutely know that she is, you know, inspired by Bluey, but she is $60. And so I was trying to find a smaller version, so that, you know, it's more price affordable for other people. And so I thought this one's perfect. I love the size, but it was just so time consuming to do all these different color changes that now I'm gonna have to charge like $30, $40 for it because of all the color change that it took for my time. So what I'm gonna do the next time that I make this pattern is I'm just gonna do the body in this silver light gray color all the way up until we get to this part of the head, and then I'll start doing the color changes as normal except for these two spots, and then when it's all done, then I'll go back and then I'll embroider the spots on, because yeah, trying to do all those color changes was annoying, was so annoying. And then also because of the color changes, like the bottom part is not stuffed properly because of all the yarn. Like I should have actually kind of like gone in and like moved the yarn out of the way to make sure that it was stuffed properly. So anyways, that's okay. This will be one that I'll give to one of my girls, probably my youngest, because she's still a huge Bluey fan. But anyways, yes. So I'll do that the next time I make her. And I also want to make a Bluey inspired one. I really, really want to do Bingo. Bingo is like my favorite, but I don't have the right colors for Bingo, which is super sad. And I'm on a yarn buying strike, or I'm grounded from buying yarn for right now until I can, for the most part, pay my husband back for all the yarn that he bought during the Joanne sale. So anyways, but for now, this is what we have. So I'll get this one finished maybe this week, just so I can see how it looks, and then kind of, I don't want to say rewrite the pattern, but I guess modify is the better word. Modify the pattern so that I can just go straight up the side, and then once we get to the color changes up top, then we'll do it. But I really do think it's super, super cute, and I'll make sure and link that pattern down below as well. The next thing that I made was some bunny in overalls. I sold one of my blue bunnies, sorry, my bunny in blue overalls at my last market. I accidentally sold it for $20 instead of $25, so I'm going to make sure and not make that same mistake this week. But I got to thinking, like, the bunny in overalls are definitely the more popular between that and the bunny in a dress. And I'm like, why am I just doing bunny in blue overalls? Like, why am I not doing a bunch of different other colors? So I made this one in a seafoam overall, and then I made this one in a purple overall. Oh, I gotta do your nose and eyebrows. And then I will do another one in the blue. And I just think they're so cute. I want overalls. I just haven't found a style that, you know, I like, but I love wearing overalls. So anyways, these are just absolutely adorable. The next thing that I made while I was away was this giraffe. You know how I feel about this giraffe pattern. So I figured, let me go ahead and make one as soon as the week started, get it done, get it out of the way, because I do need to make 3 this week. So 1 done, I have 2 more to go. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and do these first. Get them done, get them out of the way, and so I don't even have to think about them. And so that is the goal, is to try and get them done this week. So if I do 1 today and 1 tomorrow, then we're done. We don't have to worry about them the rest of the week. So, but anyways, we do have 1 giraffe. The next thing that I decided to make, because I had limited yarn choice and colors, was this little elephant. I've made this little elephant before. They just haven't been super popular, and so I haven't really been making them very much the past probably 6 months, 9 months. But I decided, you know what, I want to throw him back into the mix because I think the elephant is super cute. And so anyways, I've made an elephant. All right, the last thing that I made while I was away was this bear in a raincoat. I sold my bear in a blue raincoat at one of my last December markets. And so I made this one in the yellow, and this is with the loops and thread fluffy flex. It came out so cute. I haven't done a big bear in the yellow raincoat yet, and I love it. I always made them in the blue, which the blue looks really good. It's kind of more like Paddington Bear inspired. But this yellow with the fluffy flex is so cute. The only thing about this pattern that I'm still kind of having a little bit of an issue with is I still can't quite get the sizing right on the jacket. So I feel like the hood is a little bit too big, because last time I made him with an 8mm hook for the jacket, all the components of the jacket, and it still wouldn't close if you wanted to have it closed. And so I went up to a 9mm. Well, the 9mm I feel like made the hood just a little bit too big, so I think I'm going to go back down to an 8mm just for the hood and the sleeves, because I feel like the sleeves are like super, super big too. And then maybe I need to go up even higher on the actual like body of the jacket. Maybe I need to go up to a 10mm to get it to kind of close properly. I don't know. It's still absolutely adorable. And I know that people don't complain. They're like, oh, his jacket doesn't close. Like, people don't complain about that. It's for me. It's for me. The other thing about this pattern that I've mentioned in the past is that the ear holes are actually a lot bigger so that this jacket can fit all of her patterns. And so I just made sure to add extra single crochets instead of chain stitches to make the ear holes smaller. But I do love this pattern. I do. It's adorable. And then when I got home last night, I decided to do a pattern that I haven't done in a while. And it was these little piggy patterns. These are a completely no-sew pig pattern, completely free. And it's just so cute. It's got the curly cute tail, and I love them. I think I made these like for my first markets like 2 years ago. And yeah, I guess it's a year and a half, almost 2 years. Oh my gosh. And I don't know why I didn't make any more. I guess I just got caught up in all the other patterns. And so I decided to make them. And then I made one in this, like a Muddy Piggy. Oh, goodness, the Muddy Piggy is so cute. It is absolutely adorable. I think the Muddy Piggy is my favorite one. But I know I said I wasn't going to use this Sweet Snuggles light for anything except opossums and like the small little sleepy sheeps, or mini sheeps, baby sheeps, that's what I was calling them, the baby sheeps. But I couldn't resist. I could not resist because this pink with the terracotta Sweet Snuggles light, it just looks so good together. Because I thought about making it in Bernat with the light pink Bernat, but I just could not come up with one of my brown colors that I felt looked the best. Because you have this one, which is the taupe, which I think it would be fine. I just like I like the red that is in this one. And then the other color that you could do is like one of the oranges, like the orange rust or orange leaf, I think it's what it's called. But it's just too orange. Like this terracotta color is perfect. It's perfect. So I gotta try and find something in like the Bernat baby blanket texture that can work with, you know, the color that I'm wanting. So if you have any suggestions, make sure to put it down in the comment below. I think I am gonna try Premier Basic, but like I said before, I'm not allowed to buy any yarn right now. So hopefully in the next maybe month and a half, 2 months, maybe I can start buying some new yarn, because I like buying yarn. I like buying yarn. You know those shirts, it's like buying yarn and using it are two very different hobbies. I mean, that is true. That is true. But anyways, so yes, here are our little pickies. But that is everything that I made over the weekend. Oh, no, it's not. I forgot. I did make this over the weekend, but it's just not completed. It is the lavender cow. She is not done because I did not bring my little sticks to sew the head on, because with this pattern, like if you don't get the head on straight, it is very noticeable and it's annoying, at least for me. So that is why I just crocheted all the pieces. So all I have to do is add the safety eyes, stuff it, and sew it together, and then we'll be good to go. Because yeah, sewing the head on crooked, I've done it before and it does not look good. I know, like this bear pattern, you do have to sew the head onto the body, but it's a lot more forgiving if it's a little bit crooked, but not with that cow pattern. That cow pattern is not forgiving if it is crooked. So I will get that done today. This week I also have to re-tag all of my items because I had designed some new tags to put on them, and I kind of forgot to click order, and so they will not be here in time for the market. So I do have to re-tag all of my items with my old tags, which is fine. It's fine. It's annoying, but I wanted it to look a little bit more professional looking, but that's okay. We'll just do it, and then hopefully those tags will be in by our next market. I also need to redo my sign that broke, because that was super sad. Redo the sign. See what else we have to do this week. I also need to do some more keychains, backpack bunnies, see if I could fix my stand, or if not, then I need to order a new one, which would not get here in time for the market. So they'll just have to be in that little box again this week. But that's okay. I mean, I still thought it looked good, and they were close to the other $8 items, so that'll be okay. But what else do we have to get done this week? We need to make some Pooh Bears, finish up some Pooh Bears, some sunflower turtle. We have to do a sunflower turtle. What else do we have to do this week? Sunflower turtle, rest of the giraffes. I'm trying to go through my thing. Oh, I think I wanted to do some new mystery bags. Put some little items in there. They did pretty well at my last market. I think I sold 3 and I had 5 at various different price points. I had an $18 one. I had a couple $10 ones. And so I think what I want to do at this one, I think I want to have maybe like a $5 one. I don't know. Or maybe do I just need a bucket that has $5? No, I think I want to do mystery bag with $5. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Still thinking about that. Still thinking about that, what I want to do. But anyways, I think that's everything that we have going on right this second. Good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday. I honestly have no idea what happened to Tuesday. Tuesday just came and gone, and I didn't record a single thing on Tuesday. I mean, it was kind of busy with my daughter's preschool, and then we also had to do like a major grocery run. We had like 0 food, so I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I was able to get a couple things done, not as much as I would have liked to get done, but I did get a couple things done. First thing was we have number 2 for giraffe. So did that first thing, was able to get this giraffe done. So we have 1 more that we need to get done before the market, so we'll have 3. I also decided to do these little pocket frogs instead of my frog pattern. My frog pattern takes twice as much time, and so I figured, you know, I'm just gonna make the pocket ones. I can get done quicker, and I'll make my frog pattern at next time or a later date. So I only have enough of the Hobie Honey Bunny yarn to make maybe 2. If I'm lucky, I can get a 3rd of the little pocket frogs, but that should be good for my keychains, and that's fine. It's fine. Some in the Sweet Snuggles light. So these ones are a little bit bigger than the one in the Hobie Honey Bunny, so these will go on my $8 item shelf, and then this one will go in my keychain bucket. Also made a little squid. It's so cute, the little squid. I wanted to make another one of them, but I knew I was running out of yarn, and so I kind of modified the pattern to be a little bit smaller, but I still ran out of yarn. So hopefully I can find this yarn in like my closet. I think it might be in my closet if I'm lucky, if I have another skein of it, so I can finish up this little squid, because these little squids are so cute. And these will probably go on my $8 items shelf as well. So hopefully we can get that fixed. Okay, the other thing that I made was this little dragon. This is the Diddy Ducks dragon. And I've made these before. I like the pattern. The last time I talked about it, I talked about how I hated doing half double crochets. But I have gotten better at half double crochets. I think I only like messed up like maybe 3 times with not getting it through properly, but I was pretty proud. I'm getting better at half double crochets, yay. And so this pattern, I charge $15 for him, but I've realized that $15 isn't enough for him. He takes me an hour, and so I can't do $15 anymore. So I'm gonna charge $20 for him and see if he sells for $20. If not, I'll bring the price down to $18, but it definitely can't be $15 anymore. I mean, honestly, like maybe $25. I kind of want to charge $25, but we'll start at $20, and then we'll see what goes from there. If I can't keep them on my shelf, then maybe we'll go up in price a little bit. Or if 20 is just perfect, or if they don't sell at 20, then we'll drop it to 18. We'll see what happens. But we've got the blue one. I also want to make a few other colors. I'm going to make purple today. And then also, I did go to Michael's. But before you yell at me saying I'm not supposed to go to Michael's, I'm not supposed to spend money on yarn, this was using a Michael's like rewards cash or whatever. So this was free. So I found some of the Sweet Snuggles Light and Fog, and I wanted to make a dragon with it. This one, the texture, it's not fantastic. It's not the best that it could be. It's not like this purple one, but it's not the worst that I've seen. It's actually, you know, over half good. I would say 75% good. So that's why I got it, and it was free. So I'm going to make some more dragons with it, because I want to have a good amount of dragons. Whoops. So make it in the fog color, the purple color. I also wanted to make it in the lavender one, and then also over there on the top, sorry, that way green, the darker green. Which way am I going? There we go. Green. Point. Sorry, cameras. There we go. Point. There we go. That green up there. If we have time, because I did want to have a good amount of the dragons, because they are cute, and I want to have to see if having a good amount will what am I trying to say? It's I have a good base of whether or not $20 is a good price, because if I just have one selling it at $20, I feel like that's not a good experiment. You know, you need a good amount to have a good experiment of whether or not a price is gonna work out or not. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. But anyways, so yes, I'm gonna work on that today. This morning I also worked on another pig. This is with the Sweet Snuggles, so it's a lot bigger than the other piggies. This one, I could not find a good pair of eyes to go with it. So I need to add some white around the eyes to give it a little bit more liveliness, because it just looks like a black hole, honestly, with these eyes. They're a little bit, I don't know. The smaller ones, they were just too small, so we'll have to figure out to add some white to give them some liveliness. I had some color safety eyes. I had some blue, I had some yellow, and I had some green, but it didn't look right. It didn't look right. So the black looked the best, even though it looks like a black hole. But anyways, it's okay. We'll get him fixed so that he looks presentable for the market. All right, so I'm gonna get to work on some of these things, and then I will come back and check in with you guys later. Okay, I also found this in one of my whip boxes or whatever, and it's a unicorn, or at least it will be. I made this, honestly, probably like a year ago. It's been a while since I've made it. This is a pattern by Rose and Lily, free on YouTube. The only thing different is I did curly Q ringlet for the hair. But when I did this pattern, I totally forgot to add the safety eyes to it. And at the time, I was not comfortable with embroidering eyes. And so, yeah, all I'm going to do is just embroider some cute eyes. Oh, and I need to add the horn. I'm going to do a gold horn. But yeah, so that's nice, because this is completely, 95% done, except for a little horn and the eyes that I can easily embroider now. So don't throw away things, I guess, is the lesson. Always keep things in your whip, and you can always come back to revisit it. Because yeah, this is one that, I wasn't happy with it at the time, but now I know exactly what I need to do to fix it. So yay, I'm going to work on that today too. Okay, I finished the little unicorn with the little horns. I just now realized that there are like certain spots on her that got a little bit dirty. I don't think it happened now. I think that happened, I don't know, between now and a year and a half ago when I made her. So I'm gonna see if I can get some Tide things and maybe kind of spot clean that. It's just teensy bit. So, but anyways, super cute, yay. So I'll try and get that fixed so that I can get her presentable so that she can be sold. But that's great that I have a unicorn. All right, now I need to get to work on the giraffe. Let's do the giraffe. Let's get it done, get it out of the way, and then we don't have to worry about giraffes at all. So let's do that. Okay, it is exactly 11 o'clock. I finished up my last giraffe. Yay! They're all done. So excited. I did do a little bit of a mess up on this one. I accidentally cut out around, and the eyes are around lower. So itty bitty mess up. I'm still going to charge the same price for them. But yes, all of my drafts are done. Thank goodness. Yay. So now I'm going to get to work on the dragons. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to get all the pieces done, and then I'll sew them all together. So like do all the purple pieces, put it in a little bucket, do all the gray ones, do all whatever, however many that I can make, and then sew them all together, all at the same time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. What else did I have to get done? Oh, I need to make a Pikachu today Pikachu and a small Snorlax I need to make sure is on my list. Are they on my list? Let me look at my list. Okay, so where's my pen? Pen. So I can cross off small giraffes. Don't have to do that. I've done that one already. Okay, we're good on that one. I did some pigs. Frog keychains. I guess I should make a couple more of those. Need to make a couple of the pocket frogs. Okay. Alright, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and cross off. I'm not going to make the Dalmatian this week. Because I just don't think I have enough time. That's okay. I really want to focus on dragons because I really do think that those dragons are a popular item. So I want to have a lot of dragons. So I want to work on the dragons. Alright, let's get to work on them. So I just finished the purple one. I have all the pieces of the purple dragon done in the bowl. So it is almost lunchtime. I'm hungry. I didn't have any breakfast. I don't really like breakfast foods. I get bored of them. So, but I'm hungry. I know my daughter is probably ready to have some lunch as well. So get lunch done and then move on to the next colors of our dragons. Because we gotta do dragons. I almost forgot that I need to do a Pooh Bear. Another Pooh Bear. So I have to make sure and do another Pooh Bear. Make sure that's on the list. And then I think I want to do some stingrays. People were looking at my jumbo stingray last time and they really liked them, and it's getting into, you know, spring and summer, so I think I'm going to do some small stingrays. I'm going to do some with the not Parfait Chunky, the Sweet Snuggles one, some thick ones, and then also those mini ones that everyone's talking about that I can't remember the creator of them. I'll make sure and put all that down below, but that's what's going on. Okay, so I just made a couple of the stingrays. I have a kind of darker one and kind of lighter one. I have another darker one around here somewhere. I have 3 of them. But I'm using this Bernat baby blanket in Dapple, and I bought this yarn on an impulse many months ago, probably over a year ago at this point, and I tried to make a Hello Kitty in a blue dress with it, and it did not turn right whatsoever, and I scrapped it, had to take it all out, and I honestly thought about just throwing this yarn away many times over the past few months, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna throw it away. I bought it, I spent money on it. I'm sure something will come up with what I can crochet with it, and so I'm making just a bunch of these little stingrays with it. I did have to kind of separate the yarn so that it didn't do like a weird variegated thing like it did with the Hello Kitty. So I've got the darker one right here and then the more lighter portion right here. So I have them 2 separated. But yeah, so now I have, they take me no time at all. It takes me 10 minutes to finish these. And that's with having to do like the safety eyes and I cut my felt and whatnot. It takes me 10 minutes exactly to make these little guys. So these will go in my $8 items along with those froggies and anything else that I have for my $8. But yeah, $10, 10 minutes and sell them for $8. Like, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So anyways, let's get to work on some of those other projects now. Okay, so I went to stuff my little Pikachu here. He's halfway done, and I realized something bad. This is all the stuffing that I have left. I don't have any more in that bag. This is all I have left. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. I mean, this is plenty that I'll be able to finish the Pikachu and the small pocket frogs, but I don't think I have any more stuffing anywhere else. I wanted to do Pooh Bears. I wanted to do the small Snorlaxes. Oh gosh. Okay, so I went to stuff my Pikachu and I realized that this is all the stuffing that I have in this bag. I have no idea where all this stuffing went. Where did all the stuffing go? I don't think I like overstuffed any of my projects, but maybe there just wasn't as much stuffing in that bag as I thought there was. And so I am definitely gonna need to order some more. It's not going to get here in time because I'm not going to pay the shipping prices, the express shipping prices. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to have to make it do with what I have. Unless I have any more hidden somewhere. Let me see. Find some more. This little backpack has a good amount in here. So I will be able to finish up some of the projects. The poo, the sunflower turtle. I did want to make another small Snorlax, but that's not going to happen. I have 2 of them. I really wanted a 3rd one, but I don't think that's going to happen. Even though they're small, I don't know. I have to do these other ones first in order, and then if I have any left over, then maybe I'll be able to do that. But when I went out to count my Snorlaxes, I did find this one. This is the big Snorlax, but all he needs is his feet, arms, and his face, which shouldn't take that much stuffing. So maybe I'll just have 1 big one and the 2 small ones, and then once the small ones are sold out, because the small ones always go before the big one. And then if the small ones go out and people are interested in the big one, but they think that he's too expensive, I can be like, well, I'm sold out of all my small ones. It's half the size. This is the price. You can order it if you want. So that's probably what I'm going to have to do. I'm not going to be able to do cows. I wanted to do a new to me cow pattern. I got this yarn at Michael's for free. I forgot to show it to you. But this I thought would make such a cute cow. And there's a cow pattern that I wanted to try because I wanted to see if it came out smaller than what my cow pattern that I've been using is. Not mine, but the cow pattern that I've been using. If it comes out smaller, and just like, I don't know. I wanted to try it out just to see. And this yarn was just so pretty. It's so pretty. It is Antique Rose, I think it's called. Antique Rose Blossom. So this one, yeah, I thought it would be really cute to make a cow with it. Like this would be the body of the cow, and then use like the Primrose to do like the feet, the ears, the nose to be its accent color. I just thought that would be so cute. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it this time until that yarn comes in, which is really sad because that would have been really fun. So I guess the plan is just gonna have to be do the poo, the sunflower turtle, and do a couple more pocket frogs, and then I guess dragon snugglers, just dragon snugglers, because the only thing that you have to stuff is the head. So maybe I'll just focus on dragon snugglers, because I also wanted to leave a little bit of stuffing to be able to take with me to the market so that I can crochet at the market. Like if I sell my opossums or like the small loaf cat, I can make a small loaf cat, you know, while there. I don't know. Or maybe I'll bring something that I can do like a big project, and so I don't have to stuff it until the stuffing comes. Like maybe do like another big dragon, so I can still kind of be crocheting while I'm there and, you know, show off my talent. But then also like I don't have to stuff it until, you know, the very end. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. If I'll see how much stuffing I have left over after doing those a few things, and I'll come back and let you know. It is now Thursday. I did finish a Pooh Bear last night, and I finished the sunflower turtle last night, so those are done. So for the most part, all I have left are the small things that require very little stuffing, like the snugglers, the mini stingrays, pocket froggies, stuff like that. Just kind of small little things like that. But last night I was telling my husband of my dilemma of that I'm completely out of stuffing, and he's like, well, just order some more. I'm like, it's not going to get here until Monday. And he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you that I got us Amazon Prime, and so you could probably get it, you know, tomorrow, as in today. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, sorry, I meant to tell you. And so I go online to order the stuffing, even though I have some that's already on the way. I was going to buy another box, and I would just be perfectly fine with stuffing for a while. But I go on, and the type of stuffing that I buy is not Prime eligible. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get my stuffing until Monday, which is fine. It's what we were going to be doing anyways, but it was kind of like, I kind of had a little bit of hope that, you know, oh my gosh, I'll actually get stuffing. I can make some big projects if I want to. But nope, that's not happening. So it's fine, because that stuffing, honestly, I think is, for me, it's a good price for the amount of stuffing that it is, and then also like the quality of stuffing, because I've bought quite a few different brands of stuffing over the last 2 years, and I just think that one is the best for the money. For today, Thursday, my daughter has preschool on Thursday, so I did crochet at the library. I don't know, there was something weird going on with the library's internet that I couldn't connect to the internet. That was weird. So I had to do everything on my phone, but it's fine. So I usually have about an hour and 45 minutes to crochet at the library. So the goal was to do 3 pocket froggies, which I did, because each of these takes me 10 minutes to make. So we have 3 pocket froggies. I do have to finish just closing off and tucking the tails. 3 pocket froggies. I was gonna do 3 stingrays, but I did 2 stingrays. I did a purple one and this new mystical one. I can't remember the name of it, but 2 stingrays. And then I was like, I want to get started on my snugglers. So I did the body, the wings, the tail, or the wings, the feet. And so all that is done. And then I realized as I was about to start the head that I don't have safety eyes. I don't have the right size safety eyes, because for the pocket froggies, I use 12 or 14 millimeter. And then for the snuggler, I use 16 millimeter. And I was like, I don't have that. It's like, okay, fine. It's fine. I'll just start the head. I'll leave it unfinished and, stuff it and do the eyes whenever I get home. So I start working on the nose of the dragon. And I had brought 2 different cakes. I had brought this one and I had another cake that was less, and so I was like, I need to finish this one first. So I finished that one like pretty much exactly as I was ending all those other pieces. And so I'm like, okay, got to start on the head. And so here is the beginning of the nose for the dragon, and I realize that is not the right color. Those are not the same. This one is much lighter. And so I'm like, oh no. So hopefully I have a purple that will match the rest of the body, because I can definitely tell that the head would be really weird. It would be really weird. So hopefully I have a color purple. Okay, I found a color that I think is from that same kind of dye lot, because that looks a lot better. So I'm gonna get to work on the head for that dragon. The other things that I wanted to get done today, or between now and tomorrow. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Friday. Okay. So today what I need to do is I kind of wanted to make another penguin, just a small one. That shouldn't take me very long. Or maybe I should just focus on dragons. I kind of want to just focus on dragons. I'm just going to focus on dragons. Just kidding. We're just going to focus on dragons. So we're going to do, I want to do fog, silver, teal, agave, primrose, cornflower, gold, and black, and maybe red. So that's nine dragons that need to be completed, and I have 1 that's completed and 2 that just need to be sewed together. So we'll see what I can get done between now and then. I don't want to force myself to make all 9 of these, but it would be very cool to have just a range of colors for my dragons. So I do need to do that. I have not tagged anything yet. Tomorrow I need to tag. That is the only thing that I need to do tomorrow, is tag. I need to, probably bring everything in, get it all laid out, and tag everything just in one go real quick. Hopefully it won't take me that long, fingers crossed. And then, I get everything loaded in the car, because I am going to spend the night at my mom's house, because she's actually relatively close to where the market is. So I'm just going to spend the night at my mom's house. She's going to come and help me kind of do the same thing that I did at my last market, where I'm actually going to have those wire racks already made and put in the back of her vehicle. So then we don't have to worry about those, because my mom hates putting those together. She absolutely despises it. She said that she's never going to put them together ever again, that I have to do it. So I'm just going to have it all ready, put together. We just put it in the back of the truck and then put it on the table when we get there. So that'll be nice. The other thing that I want to do is my Pop-Tarts just haven't really been selling. And so I sell them for $10. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them in a bag and put a mystery Pop-Tart on the front, $10, still the same price. And so I think, words. The other thing that I want to do is I have my Pop-Tarts. My Pop-Tarts haven't been selling. They've gotten a lot of attention, but they haven't been selling. People think that they're cute, they're funny. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those Pop-Tarts that I sell for $10 and put them in a bag and put mystery Pop-Tart on it and still have it for $10 and see if just the mystery of what flavor of Pop-Tart that they get will encourage people to buy it. So that's what I'm going to do with my Pop-Tarts. But yeah, and then the other things that I have to do is just finish up like the jumbo or the large Snorlax, which won't take me any time at all, and just work on these dragons. So let's get to work on these dragons. Okay, so it's almost 3 o'clock now, and I decided that, you know what, I want to just go ahead and get everything tagged. I want it all done and taken care of so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. And all I have to do is crochet and just tag anything else that I make. So I decided to do that. So all the tagging is done, which is great, except for the last few little things that I'm going to make. But while I was tagging, I had a lot of time to think. And thinking can be dangerous, because while I was tagging, I realized, okay, so I have 9 different snugglers that I want to make, and they take me an hour each. That's going to take me 9 hours to do. And I don't think that is possible for me to do. I mean, I could stay up late tonight and do, because we put the kids to bed at 8. So let's say 8:30 to 9:30, then all the way to 10:30, all the way to 11:30. So I could get 3 done tonight. And then tomorrow, I don't know, I have, mommy duties and things that I have to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another 6 done tomorrow. So, I mean, like right now, I'm about to go pick up my daughter from kindergarten. So maybe I can get another one done before dinner, and, while the kids are kind of doing their snack and whatnot. So I might be able to do 4 today, and then maybe 4 tomorrow. I think that might be pretty good. Let's see what happens. I honestly have no idea. I'm just going to try my best, but mommy duties always come first. So anyways, cross my fingers, pray for me, help me get like some good mojo crochet so that, I don't make any mistakes and things go really quickly. That'd be great. But anyways, we'll see how many that I can make. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I was able to get quite a few dragons done last night. So you guys saw I made the blue one. So here's my very first one that I made a little bit, I don't know what day it was at this point. Then I have the light purple and the dark purple. Some of them still need their little whites around the eyes, but we have those. Then I made one in fog, and the fog actually, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it comes out more green than gray, which is actually really interesting. I think it would look well if I paired it with like the agave on like a bigger project. I think that would be actually pretty cool. But that one actually has some sparkle eyes that I thought would look really good with it. Then I made gold, and last but not least was black, and this one had some bright blue eyes. So here are all of my dragons right now. There's, how many is that? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I have 6 right now, and I think I can definitely do 4 today. I think I can get 4 done. I wanted to do the agave, like a silver, because since that's not gray, I want to do that. So agave, silver, maybe a pink color, and then red. Those are the ones that I wanted to do today. which I think is doable. I think I can definitely do that. Then I'll have 10 total, and I feel like that is a really good number to have, 10 of these dragons total. And they're just so cute. I'm so excited about them. They just look so good all together. Might need to get them back up and do like a little photo shoot, because seriously, they're all so cute. So black. All these, I mean, they just look so good together. Oh, purple, baby, and blue. Come here, blue. Come here. Ah! They're just so hard to hold. But look at all these dragons. Comment down below what your favorite color of dragon is to make. If you do these dragon snugglers or any other kind of like dragon snugglers, comment down below what's your favorite color combination for dragons, and I might try it out because I am having fun with these. Now that I feel like I'm being paid more for my time, I'm actually really excited about them, and I feel like I've gotten a little bit faster with making them. So thinking now it takes me a little under an hour, not by much, but now a little under an hour. So super excited. But I do have a lot of stuff around the house that I have to do. I have to clean up some stuff, make sure that everything is packed and ready. But anyways, yes, so I'll take you along with everything that's going on today. And I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but I've decided to extend this video to also include my market recap as well. So that is also what's going to happen. So I'll take you along with me tomorrow whenever we go to my market, and hopefully we'll have a great day. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay, I have the agave finished. I'm having a hard time actually trying to decide which one is my favorite. I mean, I always thought like black, because I always wanted, like growing up, I always wanted like a black horse, like an all black horse growing up, and then How to Train Your Dragon. Like I love Toothless. But I don't know, I really do like this navy one. This navy one is really pretty, and then the agave and gold. Like, how do you choose what color dragon? They're all so good. So anyways, now we gotta get to work on the red one and the silver one and maybe a pink one if we can get a pink one. So yeah. Hey guys, I've made it to my mom's house. It has been a day. It has been a day. I did not finish all those dragons. Last dragon that you saw me make was the one in agave. And I just had a lot more cleaning and things around the house that I had to get done. I packed my car. I came here to my mom's house, and I was gonna work on those 3 dragons this evening. I got to work on finishing building the crates, because I did have to do that first. Got the crates built, or while I'm building the crates, I realized that I did not grab one of my tables. I have my 2 6-foot tables, but I forgot my 5-foot table. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? My mom, she didn't have a 5-foot table. She had this big, like, square card table. I'm like, that's not gonna work. So I quickly ran to Walmart hoping that they had a 5-foot table. They did not. They had a 6-foot table and a 4-foot table. So I'm like, okay, well, last time I was able to make a 4-foot table work, because I had actually grabbed my 4-foot table last time. So I'm like, okay, grab the 4-foot table. I come home and finish building the rest of my wire rack display. Had to change it up a little bit since I'm using that 4-foot table again this time. So I can't believe that I made that mistake again by not grabbing the right table. I'm so mad at myself. And the other thing about this market is that where I'm at, I am like back to people. At the last one, you know, there was kind of aisle space. I could kind of push out a little bit and have a bigger space, but this one, I'm not. I'm gonna be stuck in my little spot. The other thing, they sent out a map of where we're located, and I am not in the same spot that I was in last year. Last year, I was in the very first gym, and I was like the very first spot. So when people saw me, like I was the first thing that people saw, and they would remember me as they went about the rest of the craft fair. But this time, I'm in the second gym, and they kind of have a path that they want vendors to, or customers to take through, and I'm in the second gym, which I really like that first booth. So I'm just gonna have to hope that people will not buy things right away, that they'll kind of do a walkthrough and come to me, because I know when they come to me, they'll see all the great stuff that I have to offer. So it's just been a day. I'm just not very happy. So hopefully tomorrow turns out better. I will have my mom helping me for the first part, and then some of my sisters are gonna come the rest of the afternoon to kind of help and give me breaks, and I just, hopefully things turn around. I really need this to turn around, please, because yeah, this is not a great situation, I guess, that I'm in. I'm kind of upset. I really did want to crochet. I really wanted to crochet. I wanted to have 10 dragons, and that's not going to happen. But I will still bring my yarn to the market tomorrow, so if I do make any at the market, I'll definitely show you, and I'll show you guys, you know, my booth setup and stuff at the market as well. But anyways, I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm gonna go to bed. I just need to sleep this day away and wake up tomorrow, and then we'll be good to go tomorrow. We'll have our energy back up, and it'll be a good day. It'll be a good day. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, so here's how we have everything set up this time. We have the checkout stand over here this time. We moved the 4-foot table here, and then we have the 6-foot here. We have all of our here's all the $8 items, all the dinos, all those dragon snugglers. There we go, all these guys. So hopefully it's a good day. Okay, we just sold our first dragon snuggler. It was the navy blue one. That was the first to go. And then we also sold a small triceratops and a mystery mushroom boy one. So we've got a couple sales under our belt. We are at the very end of the path that the customers would take. So I'm not expecting like a ton of sales until like 11 o'clock. It's now like 10:15. So we'll see what happens. But yay, we've got some sales. Okay. We're at 108 right now. The booth fee was 75, so you know, we only got $25-ish to our name. But hopefully things will pick up in a little bit, and hopefully we make more money. Come on. Okay, we've had a nice little rush. Quite a few things have been bought, and we are down to 4 dragon snugglers now. The green one, agave, and the black one sold, along with our little unicorn, which I'll put in a picture. But oh my gosh, it was amazing. Sarah, I met her last year. She came back and bought some stuff for me again this year for her little ones. It was absolutely amazing. Love you, Sarah. And she watches my videos, so anyways, but it's been great. Okay, I just sold 2 more dragons on the same ticket, the fog and the gold I just sold. I am working on a red dragon right now, but yep, well, we're doing really good. Those dragons, definitely. I'm glad that I made those dragons. I wish I made a few more of those colors, but you know, we had those issues. So next time we won't have those issues, and we'll have like every single color of dragons. One little dragon snuggler left. Welcome back home, everybody. So let's just get right into everything that happened at this market. So one of the things that I didn't show you guys in the previous clips was that I was actually right next to another crocheter. I didn't want to say anything there because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable, and it wasn't even her fault. We were kind of laughing about it whenever we talked to each other. But after I got it all set up, I was mainly focused on setting up my booth because I had those issues with the table, trying to get it to look presentable. And it was like 15 minutes before the market was about to open. I'm like, okay, Mom, can you watch the booth? I have to go turn in my raffle item and just kind of look around to see if there's, you know, any other crocheters. So I start walking, I pass one booth, and the very next booth is a woman who is doing crochet using the same type of yarn as me, the plush yarn. Thank goodness, like none of our patterns were the exact same. We did have similar items, like we both had dragons and peeps and a Pikachu, but none of them were the same pattern. So thank goodness that people could, you know, pick what pattern that they liked best. But I feel like that definitely dipped into quite a bit of my sales today because her Her stuff was fantastic. It was really good. So I will be sending an email out to the event organizers, letting them know, hey, you really dropped the ball here by putting us side by side. Like, what was the point of even putting a booth in between us? Like, just let us be next to each other. It's easier for the customers to look back and forth at our stuff. I don't know. And at the time, like I said, it was already 15 minutes before the market was about to open. And I mean, I wasn't going to move. I was going to force this woman to move because it was definitely not her fault. That's where they assigned her to be. So, I mean, it is what it is. And we were talking and we were laughing about it. And so it was, yeah, that definitely wasn't great. But anyways, let's get into the recap. One of the other things that I wanted to mention was I was not in the second gym like I thought I was. I was actually in the cafeteria, which was even farther away. So the path they wanted the customers to take was you check in at the booth, you pay your entry fee, and you get this little ticket for something at the very end. So you go into the first gym, you do everything in the first gym, you come out, you go down a hallway, there's these tape on the ground that's got the arrow, and then you go into the second gym, you come out, and then at the very end of the hall is the cafeteria where we were at, along with the concessions and the silent auction and the little plinko, is that what it's called? The little thing where you drop the disc in and it goes like back and forth and you try and get it in the very middle. So that's what they could turn in their tickets for, to win something on that, with that game or whatever. So people eventually made their way to us, but we were at the very end. It was, you know, it took a while for some people to get to us. But anyways, let's get into what I made. So I did this event last year. Last year I made $513 and had 22 sales. This year I made $470 and again had 22 sales. So last year I did sell more higher ticket items, this year this woman definitely dipped into my sales because her stuff was really good. It was. But let's get into everything that sold. The first thing that sold was the $10 mystery bag. It was the Mushroom Boy. Then I sold the dragon, the Navy Dragon Snuggler and Orange Triceratops, which I told you guys about, so that ticket was $30. The Yellow Bunny in a dress sold for $25. Then a mini turtle for $8. A small calico cat for $10. The Rainbow Striped Dino, that was $25. A Dragon Snuggler for $20. That one was the black one. Small Snorlax for $25. Then the small little bauble sheep, that was black. That one sold for $12. Then the Pop-Tart mystery bag sold for $10. Agent P at $18. Then a $15 jumbo axolotl. Then that unicorn that I made this week, or I guess I finished making this week and I embroidered the eyes. That one sold for $35, and this was Sarah, who was at my market last year and bought from me. She's amazing. Then I sold the she came back and bought a dragon for her son, so the Dragon Snuggler. I think it was the agave one at that point. And then the frog, standing frog, was $25. An $8 backpack buddy. Then the ticket with the 2 dragon snugglers. It was the, what was it, gold and agave? Yeah, because they did the fog one. Sorry. Sarah bought the fog. Then they also bought a purple jellyfish. So that whole ticket was $60. Then the blueberry heart cow at $25, an $8 backpack buddy, a little poppet frog and penguin. And this one was a woman who I actually met the night before at Michael's. I made a pit stop at Michael's on my way to my mom's house because I needed to get a t-shirt for my daughter's school. They were doing like a tie-dye thing on Monday. And I'm like, oh, I'll just have my husband like go to Walmart while I'm at the market or whatever. But no, I was like, you know what? No, I need it. Let's go into Michael's. I get the shirt, and every time I go into Michael's, I always stop at their yarns just to see if, you know, they have any good quality Sweet Snuggles light. Most of the time they don't, but I always go when I look. And while there, I saw this mom and her daughter, they were looking at the crochet kits, and kind of talking about them, and I was kind of listening into their conversation. And she was saying, oh, you probably don't want to do this one, even though it's cute. It's an intermediate one. We might want to try and find a beginner one. And so I interjected. I was like, oh, are you learning how to crochet? They're like, yeah, we're trying to learn how to crochet. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Like, if you know, need any tips or anything, like, I have a YouTube channel with some tutorials on it and tips and things like that. And they, excuse me. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And we started talking, and I told them, like, hey, tomorrow is the Mansfield market. If you're not doing anything, you can come and you can kind of see, like, my whole setup and all the other stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, we have nothing going on tomorrow. And so they came. They said that they were a little bit worried at one point that they had missed me and that I didn't actually come, or that I had packed up early. But whenever I saw them coming, I waved. I'm like, oh, you finally found me. And they're like, yeah, we finally found you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm at the very end. But it was wonderful that they came. It was great. They bought the penguin and the little poppet frog. I told her, I was like, this penguin pattern is on my YouTube channel if you wanted to, you know, make it yourself, or, you know, you can buy this guy so that you know what yours is supposed to look like when it's all done. But they were just the sweetest people. Like, you guys are awesome. Renee and Brindley, it was so wonderful to meet you guys. You guys are awesome. So after them, then the small Snorlax and the gold corgi sold on the same ticket for $43. And then the last ticket of the day was the lilac dragon snuggler for $20. So all that came to $470. I did not finish the red dragon snuggler and was able to put him on my table. I finished him whenever I got home, so he'll go to the next one. But anyways, it was great. I had a fun time. My mom was there for the very beginning of it, and then my sister and her husband came and brought me lunch, and then at the very end my other sister came and helped me tear down. So it was wonderful to talk with them, and for them to see everything. It was great. I do wish that I'd made a little bit more money, but like I said, I had some good competition today. I can't really be mad because, like I said, her stuff was so good. It was really, really good. But anyways, I was surprised. I was very surprised by some of the things that did not sell. So, Dragon Snugglers, we sold 6 out of 7. Fantastic. I will definitely be making more. And then I completely sold out of the small Snorlaxes. And the things that surprised me was I didn't sell a single sea turtle. Like, I sold a mini turtle, but none of my like $20 sea turtles that have like the tricolor shells. I didn't sell any of those. I didn't sell any flower turtles, which I always sell those. That was surprising. I didn't sell any of the jelly bean bunnies, which I thought those were so cute and would make a great addition to Easter baskets. I got a lot of compliments on them saying that they were super cute, but no one bought them. I didn't have anyone buy any opossums or pocket frogs, which I made the pocket frogs this week and none of them sold. And then also no giraffes. Not a single one of those giraffes sold, and I made 3 of them this week and they didn't sell. And then the other thing that didn't sell that was surprising was I didn't sell a single bunny in overalls. I had those 3 different colors. I had the Levi, the Seafoam, and the purple one, and not a single one sold. So that was super surprising. So I don't know. I guess people just, I don't know. They were just really enjoying this other woman's stuff because she mostly had dragons, Stitches, and some Peeps. Oh, an Iron Man, Captain America, and something else on the other side. I can't remember what was on the other side of her booth. But she didn't have like a ton of like, I guess like zoo animals and kind of stuff like that, or normal animals. That's not the right word to say. But anyways, it was, it is what it is. We'll see if I do this again next year or not. It is fun to go and kind of spend the day with my family. So maybe that kind of weighs into my decision as well. But anyway, so that's everything that's sold at this market. And then the other thing that I sold, which was not at the market, but last night I got my very first Etsy order for my hand-painted safety eyes. So it was the Lakeside blue one. So this one I will be sending out today for an order. So I'm super excited about that. Finally, I've sold one of my hand-painted safety eyes on Etsy. I've been able to sell a couple of them at like previous markets whenever I bring them, but now I sold one on Etsy, which is super exciting, so yay. But anyways, that is it for this market recap. I have a lot of things planned for this week. So I have some new patterns that I'm testing, some that I bought. I wasn't, not as a tester, but some new patterns that I bought that I wanted to try out. So super excited about those. I'm also trying to figure out what to do about these dragon snugglers because I love making them. I really think like the $20 is a better price for them. I mean, I sold all of them, so maybe do I need to go up in price to $22 or I don't know. But since Sweet Snuggles Light still has yet to figure itself out, I'm gonna need to figure out something else to do for the yarn for these dragon snugglers because I'm running low on some of these colors. So like this red one, I might be able to get one more red one out of what I have, but yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about these dragon snugglers. So stay tuned for any updates on that. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!